Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city, level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race. So you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, as who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome in here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, to the Daytona International Speedway. It is, well, the season opener here for the RV Custom Rig Scrambler Series. Tonight, it is the Road Rage Accessories 162, and what a better place than a little road rage down here at Daytona. Qualifying for the season has already been set. We have run the dual races, so that started to really mold and shape speed weeks here for Red Light Racing, and boy, is it good to be back with the Red Light Racing group and, of course, all these drivers and all the fans that are tuning in here to support the 34 drivers that will take the green flag here tonight. There's rookies through the fields. There are wily veterans in the field. And, well, we even have a couple drivers here tonight that had lost internet connection before tonight's lobby had opened, and they are running off T-Mobile hotspot. So we're going to have to see how all the rookies, the veterans, the T-Mobile hotspot all really starts to gel together tonight. But boy, we got to thank not only the fans that are back this season, but all the drivers that are back and the continued sponsors that continue to help out and support the Red Light Racing Series. We got to thank Simbox, the button box starting lineup here tonight. We got to thank the Checker Flag Auto Supply coming back once again this season for the one-to-go sponsor, and Renaissance Nutrition. That generation just keeps growing there for the Renaissance Nutrition Group, and they are our post-race sponsors. But we really got to thank Road Rage Accessories. Without them, we wouldn't be here at the Daytona International Speedway. So if you're looking to customize, well, your car but don't have time to drop it off at a garage, well, no worries. Road Rage Accessories will come to you. A fully mobile accessory installation business built for the gearhead like you. Make sure to check them out over at roadrageaccessories.com. With that being said, it is time to set the lineup. Well, it's already set, but it's time to give it to all you race fans here tonight. Let's see if we can go down trackside here and get our starting lineup brought to us by Simbox. If you're in the market for a custom button box for all your sim racing needs, look no farther than Simbox. Find them on Facebook.com at SimboxPC. Starting on the front row, it's the wily veteran, the multiple-time champion out of Ohio. It is Sean Butler. To his outside, driving car number 62, this is Ethan Troutman. Starting P number 3, he was in the Final Four Chase drivers last season. This is DJ Anderson. Starting in position number 4, it's old Hercules himself. It's the 01 of Richard Murdoch. Starting back in P number 5, the driver out of Ayer, Massachusetts, driving the Renaissance Nutrition Nickelodeon number 11, this is Sean Single. Having one of his best starting spots of his season so far, it's going to be the driver of the 59 of Bruce Potter. He'll roll off sick. Starting in the 7th position, it's the man from north of the border, the 42 of Max Terriol. Starting in position number 8, driving car number 24 here tonight, this is Zach Mitchell. Brandon Minto will roll off from position number 9, while Joshua Buckley starts car number 2 in position number 10. Starting in the 11th position, it's the 64 of Jason Wells. Starting in then the 12th position, it's the Tampa, Florida driver, the 61 of Dalton Williamson. Starting 13th, it'll be Beefy. That's the Brandon Feeney machine. Then it's going to be Tony Strando in 14th. Doug Neal in the Simbox Motorsports. Simbox 77 back in 15th. Tim Williams in position number 16. 17 goes to the first actual rookie this season. This is going to be Dave Bragg in car number 953. Tim Combs back again. He'll roll off 18th. Rob Higgins in the Checker Flag Auto Supply. Number 40 goes 19. Starting in 20th, it'll be the Renaissance Nutrition. 84, Christopher Rathrock. Eric Johnson, 21st. Ryan O'Donnell sitting there in the 22nd position. 23rd here tonight will go to Brian Bianchi. He makes his rookie campaign here on Monday night. Travis Minto in 24th. 25th, another rookie, the 921. That's Ryan Richard. Nathan Maurer will roll off 26th with Chris Hammett dropping off the rookie stripes. He'll go 27th. Kevin O'Brien, the Aussie, will go 28th here tonight. 29th will go to Rex Hoyle. Bob Higgins in 30th. 31st to Joe Strano. And Michael Trevarthen back in 32nd. 33rd here tonight will be Jeffrey Souza, and rounding out the field, last season's champion, the 86 of James Skelton. So there's your field brought to us by Simbox. Button Box is over on Facebook. Make sure to check them out. But now it's time to light the fire underneath these machines. The brand new 2022 Cup Series machines are hitting the track here as we are green flag racing for the first time here this season of the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series, live from the Daytona International Speedway. Right on board there right away from the start, you can hear those brand new machines, the brand new gearboxes on these cars. That was on board the Napa 88 of Sean Butler. As all these drivers are coming up through the brand new. It is a 5-speed sequential gearbox in these brand new cars as they run 2x2 drag racing down the back straightaway. Sean Butler. Ethan Troutman to the outside of the Burger King. Number 62 is Troutman, and he was one of those drivers we talked about very briefly about possibly missing tonight's start. Well, he is here as he is running off his T-Mobile hotspot. He has the driver out of South Carolina pushing on the back bumper of that Chevy. But it will be Sean Butler leading lap number 1. After a very long road to recovery last year for Sean Butler, he is back this season. He told me he wants to put another 9-win season together on the board. It's been a long time since we've seen anybody do that, and the last person we did see do that, it was him. Right on board with your race leader here, lap number 2 in the back straightaway. You see the inside lane a little bit better formed up. Murdoch is to the outside there trying to push the 62 of Troutman to no avail, though. Those drivers have not been able to make the outside lane work just yet here. Coming to complete lap number 2 as they come through the tri oval. Noticing one car off the back there, and that's the number 41 of Bob Higgins. Driver out of Massachusetts this year loses his rookie campaign stripe and loses the 9 number on his car, but right now it looks like he is off the back of James Skelton by called about 4 seconds back there. There's the back of the field. That's James Skelton. He won the championship last season. There you see him driving that 86 Toyota. Right now he's behind car number 4. That is Jeffrey Souza. One car having a little technical glitches there. We'll see which car that is on the timing and scoring. But back through the trial, well, it's still Butler, Anderson, Single, Max Terrill, and Zach Mitchell rounding out your top 5 cars here tonight. See how big the banking is here as you ride on board car number 24 of Zach Mitchell as he goes down into the corner. He's back there running 5th in line. Everybody inside the top 10 has single filed out already. 3 wide racing as the 01 of Richard Murdoch is trying to peek through the middle here. That's going to leave the 62 of Ethan Troutman stuck to the outside as Murdoch tries to shoot the middle. He'll shoot the middle, and he's going to bring along Bruce Potter right along with him. Bruce Potter there in the Quick Change Motorcraft Ford entry. You always can look at Potter's cars and know that he is going to really throw it back. And I don't want to say it's going to date himself, but he is definitely always throwing it back to some of the legends in NASCAR. And, of course, that's being a very famous Wood Brothers paint scheme on that Ford. Right now, Bruce has fallen back 23 positions here. A lot of drivers, when they come here to the Daytona International Speedway or when we head to Talladega, You know, everybody plays a little bit different strategy. Some drivers will start at the front and then drop straight to the back, like you see the 62 and the 59 here of Troutman and Potter. Both of them started inside the top 5 here tonight, and they are well back outside the top 30 now at this point. So drivers just kind of got different strategies. Sean Butler says, I'll just stick out front here with my teammate of DJ Anderson, and I'll see if I can lead all 65 laps tonight. You do see 2 packs really formed up here with this is Rob Higgins, excuse me. Rob Higgins in the number 40. You see him, he is running 12. He is right there on the tail of this front group of cars. 2.5 seconds back, you'll find the driver out of Canada. He holds the 9 number this year, as everybody in the field has now gone single file. But this is your second group of cars, and well, there's more cars back in the second group, but I think they're just laying back. This is another one of those strategies here. You don't want to be caught up in something too early. So right now, back her down, give a little group or a little bit of gap to that front group. You don't want to lose the draft of the front group, and I think at 2.5 seconds, they're right on the verge of that, though. Right on board with the Canadian. This is Tim Williams looking ahead. Remember, Williams pulling this second train of cars. That's Higgins out there. You can barely see the black spot there at the top of the screen. That's what about 2 seconds looks like in gap distance here at Daytona. Couple drivers trying to make a move here. That's the number 33 this season. He just told me in the offseason he went and purchased a brand new car, and he picked up a Toyota, so he felt like it was the perfect time here on iRacing to go ahead and match the old sim car with his real-life car. So Ethan Troutman switching from Chevrolet manufacturing over to the Toyota side of things. Says he hopes it brings him a little bit of more luck this season. He's got another one of those Toyota counterparts right behind him. And then he's got the Road Rage Accessories, number 43 of Joe Strano right there, the driver out of Wisconsin. Of course, oh, one of them turned into the outside wall. The South Carolina drivers tangling. Bruce Potter nowhere to go. The Australian of 184 of Kevin O'Brien nowhere to go. And oh no, Tony Strano down to the inside. He's got damage to the good wrench number 3. So 2 cars getting tangled together. The 01 of Richard Murdoch and the 86 last season's champion of James Skelton. Bring out the first caution flag of the season right here on lap number 9 in the Road Rage Accessories. A little bit of road rage down the back straightaway that time, collecting a handful of drivers. 4 or 5 cars involved that we know of. There you see the Adventure and Pixel 01 of Richard Murdoch. So we know the 2 main cars involved. Well, let's go ahead back here and see if we can get a little bit better look. There we already see the wreck is already unfolded. See if we can jump back just a little bit farther here. It's not really helping us, our production crew, if you go back just a little bit farther. There we go. Let's see what happens down here going through turn number 2. Watch that outside lane. Just not squared up by the 01 of Richard Murdoch, and around goes the UPS. Flowertown Animal Hospital, number 86. See Kevin O'Brien come in there, and when you're just at those speeds, you just can't get woed up in time. Bruce Potter, you see him rolling away in the quick lane number 59 machine. He's got lots of damage and smoke bellowing out the back of the number 59. James Skelton did have to take the tow to pit road. Richard Murdoch did carry on. Well, we'll see how much damage is done to that 01 machine. See all the cars go spinning, and then that was a hard impact actually for the 3 of Tony Strano. Right on board with Strano. Hard hit there for Tony, but his car is probably one of the drivers that got lucky in all of that, and he will be able to come back around here. So we come back live as pit cycles have cycled through here tonight at Daytona while we work our first caution flag of the evening. One driver there, you see the Renaissance Nutrition driver, the driver out of Pennsylvania. He stays out here, and he will take a lap lead for that Renaissance Nutrition group. So Christopher Rothrock has the race lead for the time being. Taking a peek through it, not too many drivers coming down and taking tires. Maybe a couple of them. I'm being told the Road Rage Accessories number 43 of Joe Strano. He did come down pit road there, and he did put 4 tires on that car. So he's going to have 4 tires to go. Couple drivers still sitting down on pit row. There's Richard Murdoch down there. There you see the 5 of Brandon Minto. His little Caesars machine doesn't look like it had any damage, but he spent a couple of minutes down there on pit road and actually brought it down twice to pit road. Tony Strano's still down there, and it looks like he's going to try and bring that number 3 back out onto the racing surface, try and salvage tonight's race. So Strano comes back out. Richard Murdoch also back out in the Adventure in Pixel 01 machine. He is, well, his car has definitely been better looking right now. That Chevy ZL1 Camaro is pretty tore up. We'll see if that can dance in the draft. Looks like the lights on the iRacing.com pace car do go out. That means next time by, we're going to light them back off here. See where your favorite driver is running right now as we work under the first caution flag of the evening. 10 laps are completed here tonight. It'll be Christopher Rothrock, Jason Wells, Max Terrell, Sean Single, Zach Mitchell, your top 5 drivers. Dalton Williamson, Dave Bragg, Brandon Feeney, Tim Combs, Tim Williams, your top 10 drivers here when we do fire them back off. So far, it's been a good race here. We saw a couple side-by-side moves, a couple 3-wide moves, and then the field looked like they were ready to single file it out before the little contact there, bump drafting gone wrong. Which put us under that first caution flag. There you see the Nickelodeon machine of Sean Single. Looks like that car got plastered by a little bit of that Nickelodeon slime on the front end of that one. See if it can dance, though. Green flag back into the air, and Jason Wells, along with Christopher Rothrock, smash the gas, and here they go. One driver trying to make a big move there. That was Dalton Williamson. He was trying to go from the outside lane down to the inside lane, and it looks like he's going to be able to make it happen. One driver towards the back looks like he may be having some issues. That's the sim box entry. Looks like the 77 of Doug Neal's down onto the apron. The driver out of Georgia having some problems in that very bright neon yellow and blue machine. Looks like his car did not go on the start, or something happened as his car was down on the apron. He may be losing the draft here. Zach Mitchell, though, trying to work his way up. Running third right now. The third car to that inside lane. It'll be Rothrock, though, leading the first lap back to green flag racing. Looks like 2 packs have formed. I don't know if there was that issue involving the 77 of Doug Neal that really split these cars up. Right now, we have 2 groups of cars. There you see the 51 of DJ Anderson. There's the 40 of Rob Higgins and Brian Bianchi. Yeah, you may know the name Brian Bianchi if you're a Red Light follower and you follow them on the Thursday Night SK Modified Tour Series. As Brian Bianchi drives that Culpeppers number 14 on Thursdays, and now he's trying out to be the Rookie of the Year candidate here on Monday night in the Scrambler Series. Just because you're a driver out of the SK Modified ranks doesn't mean you can't rank up there with some of the best of them, because this driver right here last season, he's running right now into the 14th position. He's picked up 13 spots in the early going. That's the number 6 of Chris Hammett. He was a star in the SK Modified Series last season when the 2021 season kicked off here with Red Light Racing in the Scrambler division. He decided he was going to come over here and he was going to run with these guys, testing his skill from running everything from short tracks to super speedways like we have here and road courses in between. He ended up getting himself the highest running rookie at the end of the season. Also wound up being one of the first rookies ever to advance as far as he did into the playoffs. The round of 8 for Chris Hammett is where he was scheduled. He actually ended up 5th overall in the championship standings when all the points were tallied up at the end of the season and the chase was done. He ended up finishing 5th. That was with 16 races counted last season, finishing inside the top 5 3 times with 9 top 10s on the season, looking to have a good sophomore campaign as it's already looking good here in the early stages inside that top 15 for last year's Rookie of the Year. Ryan O'Donnell's got the Turbo Dork Radical Paints entry up there. Painted up a pretty cool car. You should be able to see it here in the next couple of weeks. I can't really spill all the details, but I can tell you that I convinced him to finally put a little bit of orange in the paint. But then again, those Turbo Dork Radical Paints always looking good as Ryan O'Donnell has that car sharp. You can pick that one out of a crowd, that is for sure. As you see him stuck to the outside right now, he's currently back there about mid-pack. That is the 12th position in this front group of cars. So far, has picked up 10 positions. The biggest mover, well, he's still the race leader, but the question is, he has yet to come to pit road, and that's Christopher Rothrock. He's out front leading this, but if he has yet to come to pit road, when will he have to bring the Renaissance Nutrition number 84 to pit road? As we run the numbers on fuel, we're guesstimating with that caution flag, he may be able to go about 20 laps on the fuel tank for that number 84. So we'll see if he can keep it out front here. Of course, if you're out front here at Daytona or even if we're at Talladega, if you are the engine out front, you are using the most fuel. And if you're using the most fuel, well, you certainly ain't saving any, and that's for sure. Right now, Rothrock with the hungry Hippos behind him. He is hammered down and trying to get to the promised land before anybody else. So he'll probably have to pit here within the next, call it 5 to 6, 7 laps possibly, as now the outside lane starts to make a charge. One of the wily veterans here. Been here since the start. It's the 64 of Jason Wells and his Alienware-sponsored Logitech Chevrolet. He's got, well, that's the 42 of Max Terrio right behind him. And then looks like they have Dave Bragg, one of those rookies. One of those rookies inside the top 10 right now. He's got his Chevy painted up like the test car the NASCAR was using when they were testing the next-gen machine. So Dave Bragg currently sitting there in that 9th spot. He is the 3rd car to the outside lane. There are 6 dancers out there right now, and another one trying to join the fold. That's the 51 Mountain Dew Baja Blast of DJ Anderson. Remember, Anderson, as here comes Christopher Rothrock. He's going to make his pit stop right here. So Rothrock going to pit road. He'll bring the Renaissance Nutrition Machine down pit road nice and easy. Of course, this is probably the loneliest feeling down on pit road right now. There is nobody else down on pit road. Rothrock hit his box as there's the field down into turn number 1. So we have a new race leader for the first time here in, well, the last 10 laps. There's number 11 of Sean Single. Single leads him down the back straightaway. He's got the 24 of Zach Mitchell pushing on him, but the outside lane's got a great run. Look at the 42 of Max Terrio really pushed the back bumper of that 64 machine. All over the place is Jason Wells right now. Wells going to go down to the bottom side here, see if he can lead a lap at the stripe, and he will, so he'll pick up a lap lead tonight. But Max Terrio wants a taste of the race lead, and he will get it going down into turn number 1. Can Bragg give that 42 another shot and get him out front? Looks like Max wants to come down, get a little side draft on that 64. See if Bragg can now push him along. Bragg, one of those very sought-after rookies out there this season, running solo right now, no team for Dave Bragg. He's a solo independent driver, another one of those solo independent drivers that are out there. You also got the number 921, the Caterpillar machine that you see out there. Ryan Richard making his first ever start here with Red Light Racing on Monday night. So right now you got 2 rookies inside the top 15 positions. Another one of those rookies that you talk about Thursday night quite often here with Red Light Racing and their short track series with those SKs. Well, Rex Hoyle is in this field. He is buried way back into the field in the 18th position. And I've been on iRacing a very long time, and I've covered Rex Hoyle for a number of years, and I've never seen him run anything outside of the short track division. Late models, super late models, SK modifieds, Whalen Tour mods. He has been there along with all of them. This is the first time I'm getting to experience Rex Hoyle off the short tracks as new race leader at the line, Dave Bragg, was able to lead. So Dave Bragg making his presence known, his rookie campaign. They're working up on a slower car up there, though. That is the 84 of Christopher Rothrock. Right now, Rothrock is buried back into the 30th position. He is still on the lead lap, so they made a real quick stop down on pit road, but they got to get moving because here comes the field. And where did Ryan O'Donnell come from? Well, he's been one of those drivers that have been working the outside lane and has just not given up on it. There's the Turbo Dork Radical Paints entry as we came across the line that time to complete lap number 22. Ryan O'Donnell has moved up 18 spots right now. They're racing down the back straightaway here, the big super stretch here at the Daytona International Speedway. If we were road course racing, we would have just made that left-hand turn there through the bus stop, but we keep them hammered down here. These drivers tonight, 100. If you're back in the pack there, it's 197 miles an hour down the back straightaway. Your race leader as he exits turn number 4 and heads back to the start-finish line. Bragg is at the start-finish line. He's going to hit speeds of 196 miles an hour. 196 miles an hour. That is absolutely cooking along here. And I know the last generation Cup cars, which we will see a lot this season. This is the final time. Well, I don't want to say the final time, but this is the only time on the super speedways this season that we will see the NASCAR next gen car. We will go back to running the Gen 6 model for all of our other races here with Red Light Racing this season. And our first take, when we do get to see those Gen 6 machines, it will be at Worldwide Technology Raceway, or better known as Gateway. We'll see that on June the 21st. As Rothrock is going to go to the high side here, you really see that outside lane there with the 42 of Max Terrill really started to deteriorate. He got up to the race lead on the outside, and then it really funneled back, and now that outside lane is going to get trapped behind that slower car, the 84, Christopher Rothrock. They're going to funnel in behind Rothrock, and I think this is a pretty smart move here if you're the 42 of Max Terrill, because think about it. You can't go anywhere on that outside, as now he'll jump down to the inside. I was thinking about saving more fuel, stay behind that lap down machine, because right now, leading this race, it doesn't really mean a whole lot of anything. So if you can at least stay right there, you'd be inside the draft. But Terrill says, I'll just go to the bottom. I'll take the shorter way around this track, and we're just see what we can do on the bottom side here. Save a little fuel down here behind the 88 of Shaw Butler. There you see the Liquid Molly K1 graphics entry of Brandon Feeney. The offseason here for Red Light Racing, Brandon Feeney spent his time working outside, working on the old Legends machine. Races in the Ontario Legends division up there in Ontario, Canada. Looks like that 33 of Eric Johnson wanted to go to the front. He thought maybe Brandon Feeney was going to go with him. Feeney feathered the throttle and said, I think you're on your own out there, pal. You need to have some dancing partners when you come here to Daytona, and just take a look at it. If you want to talk about dancing partners, there's 27 lead lap cars right here in this front group. The final car being the 41 of Bob Higgins. There's Kevin O'Brien, and then there's Joe Strano right there, along with the 5 of Brandon Minto. He is 2 laps down currently, running back into the 31st position as Brandon Minto. Probably out there, well, eating some Little Caesars and possibly having a couple of those Keystone Lights. I saw you just was tagged on Facebook a little while ago Of course, his favorite driver out there, the driver of the number 2 in the NASCAR Cup Series, Brad Keselowski, putting out his Keystone Light Grill cooler, and I believe it even moved on its own as green flag pit cycles are happening right here. Everybody coming to pit road, just about. Call a 50-50 split. Actually, not even. Call this more like an 80-20 split. Bragg and Wells single. Everybody coming. Tim Williams, Ryan O'Donnell, just about half that field, over half it, because there's only 8 drivers that are still out there on the speedway. Zach Mitchell, DJ Anderson, Sean Butler, Max Terrell, Brandon Feeney, Joshua Buckley, Ethan Troutman, and Jeffrey Souza, the only drivers that have stayed out here. As there it is, Dave Bragg coming back out of pit road, but he will not be the first one. It's going to be Jason Wells, Sean Single, then Dave Bragg coming off of pit road. Next round of pit cycles is going to come right here. Little lock up there from the 24. Oh! Butler up and off pit road. We'll see if the pit road police are going to nab the 88 for being out of bounds on pit road there. That would be considered an unsafe pit entrance for the champion. He'll hit his box. This could be your new race leader here, but take a look. Those cars that are lined up, they're going faster than the 64 Wells here. Wells finally hits 5th gear, it sounded like, right there at the start-finish line. Look at Sean Single. Single is coming with a head of steam, and he's actually going to tuck in behind the 64 of Wells. All those cars on the apron there just coming off of pit road. Gonna see where everybody cycles back in. Your race leaders all tucked up in a line 5 cars. They're going by these guys that just came off of pit road. There goes Brandon Feeney, who's going to be the next one. DJ Anderson, possibly in the Mountain Dew Baja Blast entry, would be the next car that your race leaders get to. I call it the presumptive race leaders because I thought they were going to have a bigger head of steam coming, but it looks like they're not, as Sean Butler and Zach Mitchell are able to hang on to that race lead right now. And Sean Butler, his penalty, iRacing declared. He was down to pit road speed, and just the curve of that Goodyear Eagle was off. Other than that, he actually had all 4 surfaces of those tires on the racing surface. So no penalty for car 88 here of Sean Butler. He gets lucky here on lap number 30 as we close in on the halfway portion of the Road Rage Accessories 162 live here from the Daytona International Speedway. Only had 1 caution flag so far here tonight. Let's run you through your top 10 drivers here after the green flag pit cycle. The field has really started to break apart now. Out front, you see the 88 of Sean Butler. He started P number 1, and right now he's got that Napa Auto Parts 88 back to sitting in the first position. Sitting back here in second, you see the Exalta Chevrolet, the driver out of Farmington, Minnesota. Zach Mitchell having himself a good run so far, sitting second. Third is the Alienware number 64 of Jason Wells. He's been up to the front. He's led a couple laps here, and right now, after the green flag pit cycle, he finds himself home back in third. Max Terrell, also the Wiley veteran right now. He is running in that 4th position. DJ Anderson, he's been to the front, and he's been about 20th here tonight. He is now back to running 5th in this group. Dave Bragg, the rookie, the driver out of Peterborough, is sitting here running in the 6th position. He has picked up 11 spots since the drop of the green flag and settled back here. Well, he was sitting 3rd when he came to pit road. He's now sitting 6th. No complaints for Dave Bragg and that crew. They're out there doing it all by themselves, the independent little team that could. Tim Combs, he's been very quiet here tonight, the driver out of Ohio, the golfer. He's sitting here 7th. He's also picked up 11 spots. He sits 7th. 8th in this group is going to be the number 11, Sean Seal, the driver out of Ayer, Massachusetts. He's taken that Nickelodeon machine to the front, and now he's settled back into 8th. Brandon Feeney also holding on to this lead draft, and the final driver that is holding into this lead pack is the number 33 of Eric Johnson. That's your top 10 after they run after the first green flag pit cycle here tonight. That second group of cars, though, it's the Granny Hips Walkers and Canes number 2. of Joshua Buckley. He's back here running into the 11th position. He's got Colton Williamson, Tim Williams, Nathan Maurer. And you talk about a driver that was here in red light racing and then decided to take a little time off. Well, it's the driver out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. He lives about 45 minutes down the road here from our studios. Nate Maurer back here with red light racing, and we're just glad to see Nate Maurer back here. He's always one of those drivers that he's not afraid to go through the grass to make a pass if he has to. Nate Maurer, though, does look like he has a little bit of damage on that right rear spoiler. It looks like it's up just a little bit. See if we can get that onboard camera with Ryan O'Donnell and see if we can see that spoiler. There you see that Simbox Motorsports does have a little crinkle on the 971 of Nathan Maurer. As this second group looks like they are actually closing in on that lead pack. That's the second group as you look down upon them. Drivers scattered through the field. There's the 19th, the Southwest Machine. The number 19 of Travis Minto. Driver out of Norman, Oklahoma. That's the brother to Brandon Minto. So the two brothers coming back for a second full-time year here. Running together. A lot of brother teams throughout here, and I don't just mean blood brothers or relation brothers like that. Of course, you know, you do have the Strano brothers out here. And then you have, well, everybody else through the field. Red light racing, yes, it's about a lot of hard competitors as Sean Butler's trying to take the draft off the 77 of Doug Neal down the back straightaway. See if he can get back down in line. But a lot of these racers here in red light racing, it's more like a brotherly bond as they race just about everything together. They even put a couple 24 hours of Daytona teams together, and they've ran Bathurst a couple times, Sebring together. I have even seen a majority of these guys, believe this one or not, race fans, because they're out here racing on the asphalt side of things. I've even seen a handful of these guys sling some dirt, and they're not too bad at slinging dirt either. Some drivers may say they're not dirt racers, but, I mean, I'm from Pennsylvania, and I'm one of those fans of dirt racing, and I can tell you that I got walked by the driver of that number 2 of Joshua Buckley just a couple weeks ago at Bristol. Challenge for the race lead here, though, as Sean Butler moved up to block the advances of that number 24, and now they're going to shuffle. Look at that, the shake and bake movement there. They moved the 88 up out of the groove. One of them down on the apron there. That's the Walkers and Kane entry of Joshua Buckley, as they're going to go just about 3 wide back there. There's Richard Murdoch pushing on the back of that number 62 Burger King machine. Maybe he's hungry for a Whopper. 3 wide, one of them into the outside wall. It's the 77 of Doug Neal. Neal's going to keep it to the outside. Murdoch kind of bobbled, and that forced the 77 up into the outside fence. Doug Neal held it there, and the whole field was able to get by without having a further issue. So a good move there by all drivers to avoid. One of them into the outside wall. 3-4, big wreck down here at turn number 3 and 4. Big wreck involving the 01 of Richard Murdoch. His second wreck here tonight. And the number 6 of Chris Hammett's involved. It looks like Doug Neal is involved. It looks like there's a handful of drivers that are just sitting down here. Ethan Troutman is involved. Ryan O'Donnell in the Turbo Dork Radical Paints entry was involved, so the second caution flag of the evening is going to fly. It looks like Nathan Maurer also involved in this one. Take the look back here real quick and watch this. There you see Murdoch not centered up on the back of the 62, and what a wild ride there for Ethan Troutman. Troutman going for one heck of a ride, right on board the gyro camera. That one could have made you a little nauseous. Little track get funneled up there. It looks like that's the 914 of Brian Bianchi. He's involved. Chris Hammett with big, big damage. Right on board with Chris Hammett here. The hits just keep coming at the high speeds these drivers are going. Just not quite squared up. And the bump draft and the bump draft, and everybody up into the wall. So that's what's going to bring us to a halt here, as that is the second caution flag of the evening now being thrown here tonight for the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series. Are you interested in racing with Red Light Racing, but you don't have a computer? Well, no worries. Head on over to RB Custom Rigs. That's Rick Bell Custom Rigs. You can find him over on Facebook or in the description. We have the website just for all you race fans. He can make a rig that can get you right here to the Daytona International Speedway, or if you want to fly high above and land on the back straightaway, well, no worries, because he can build you a rig for Flight Simulator. Are you just the guy that wants to play Minecraft? That's all right too. No worries with that. He can get you pointed into the right direction. Contact Rick Bell at RB Custom Rigs today. Tonight, though, the season opener is brought to us by our friends over at Road Rage Accessories. Automotive customization, a mobile accessory install business for all your automotive needs. Off-road, agriculture, appliances, anything you need, they have it, and they come to you. Your driveway, your garage, anywhere. It can be the work parking lot. Yep, as long as they can get to your car with your approval, Road Rage Accessories can customize you from lights to mirrors and everything in between. I heard they were going to put some mud flaps on Joe Strano's car at work, but we'll see if that actually is going to happen or not. Contact Road Rage Accessories today, and they will come to you for all your customization needs. iRacing.com pace car lights are off. That means we are gearing up to go back to the green flag racing that all you race fans like. Take a look on the left-hand side of the screen. Find your favorite driver and which manufacturer he is representing here tonight at Daytona. Because it'll be Wells, it'll be Bragg, it'll be Terriot, Single, Butler, Feeney, Combs, Anderson, Johnson, and Williams, your top 10. Couple drivers that are out of this event. It looks like Michael Trevarthen in the number 31 did not take to the starting grid here tonight. He'll be credited with a 34th place finish. James Skelton is out of this event. He is being shown in the 33rd position. Bruce Potter has been down on pit road for a very long time in his Ford. He is sitting down there being scored in 32nd. Doug Neal is back out onto the raceway, or was at least. Now he's being shown 31st. Chris Hammett's down on pit road. Tony Strano's down on pit road. Nathan Maurer, Ryan O'Donnell, Ethan Troutman, Joe Strano, Brian Bianchi, and Rob Higgins, all sustaining damage in that last incident, along with Richard Murdoch. But Murdoch looks like he is, well, I think he may have loaded it up here tonight. So put his name on the list of drivers that are out of here tonight. One big wreck wipes out half the field here at Daytona. We've seen it time and time again. As the iRacing.com pace car is off the racing surface, here we go, back to racing. Everybody coming up through the brand new sequential 5-speed gearboxes here with these NASCAR Next Generation machines. Here, Wells just shifted again. Inside lane just doesn't seem like it's going anywhere as you see the battle for the race lead. Wells was on the front row, but now it will be Bragg and Single as they come back around here. It'll be 24 laps to go this time by at the line, and these drivers cannot make it the rest of the way on fuel. They will have to make at least one more pit stop here tonight if it goes green all the way. Dave Bragg, though, leading at the line. Bit of a bobble up there by the number 11, the slide machine of Sean Single. He is all over the place as he's got Brandon Feeney Two Fords hooked together with a Toyota up on the outside, trying to make it work. They just can't get linked together. That inside lane is eating them up position by position. Feeney going to slide high once again, going down into the corner. Now he's going to go from the top shelf to the bottom, back into the middle. Right behind him, Tim Williams. Of course, Tim Williams sponsoring Brandon Feeney's car in real life with that Platinum RV and Services entry. Helping Brandon Feeney out on the real world side of things so he can live his dream of being in a race car. Everybody tonight, of course, is racing comfortably from their home, socially distanced. Everybody is in, whether it's their man cave, their living room. I heard some drivers are racing from their dining room tables here tonight. Some are in their mom's basements, and, well, then there's some that are sitting in the old garage. Their wives or girlfriends, significant others, kicking them out of the house because they yell too much into the microphone. So wherever these guys are racing from, they are trying to get it done here tonight. They want to be the first one to go to victory lane this season. Dave Bragg leads us back across the line. The rookie standout so far, showing us that he is a very strong competitor here at the super speedways. Everybody pretty much has gone single file except for these two back here. It's the 4 machine of Jeffrey Souza, and then it's the Kevin O'Brien machine, the driver out of Australia, the Hot Wheels driver. He's got the yellow taxi cab out there tonight. He says that's a Hot Wheel taxi cab. A Hot Wheel taxi cab going down there into the corner, 196 miles an hour. There's your race leader. Looking at it, looks like there's only 20 cars on the race lead lap, with 22 cars still out on the racing surface. Brandon Minto and Joe Strano, both drivers that are laps down here, but still continue to turn laps tonight here at Daytona in the season opener. So as everybody single files out, what do you say, race fans? We turn it up a little bit. The beautiful sights, the beautiful sounds around Daytona as these high horsepowered machines reach speeds upward of 200 miles an hour with just 16 laps to go. This is the front bumper of Dave Bragg as he leads us here tonight at Daytona. Couple cars back out onto the racetrack. There's Ryan O'Donnell, but he'll be headed to pit road. A couple torn up cars back out there. The 77 of Doug Neal. You see his Simbox entry is back out there. Chris Hammett is back out here, and it looks like the 40 of Rob Higgins is also back out here onto the racetrack. So those drivers all back out here and trying to plug away to get as many points as they can here tonight. And it looks like Chris Hammett has the chance to leapfrog over Ryan O'Donnell, and if anything else happens here tonight, they could pick up max positions for themselves. 15 laps to go with Chris Bragg out front. Jason Wills is sitting there in that second position. Max Terrell, and then it's Sean Butler. Sean Butler, of course, missing a lot of time last season. He went and got back surgery done, and it was just too painful for the past champion here with Red Light Racing to climb into his sim rig, so he took the rest of the season off. This season, he is feeling much better. Still a little pain in his lower back from his surgery, but he's able to withstand getting in the sim rig, at least here at Daytona, where you're not really turning left and right so much, or, really having to put wheel into this machine. So he's here. He did win his dual race, and now he's here with a chance to put it in victory lane in the Road Rage Accessories 162 season opener here for the RV Custom Rig Scrambler Series. So will the old Wiley veteran still have a trick or two up his sleeve? We will find out, as it's only going to be 13 next time by at the line. And remember, all these drivers still have to make at least one final pit stop here tonight at Daytona. They're not able to make it. The pit window, I'm looking at it, is going to open up probably here in the next lap or two. You might see some drivers really start to try and go down and get onto pit road before anybody else is able to. No takers this time as they come off the banking in turn number 4. They're all going to race right there to the stripe, and it's going to be Bragg leading once again here. Dave Bragg leading across the line. It looks like Brian Bianchi's going to bring the Culpepper's entry back out onto the racing surface. So he'll try and regain here to pick up some spots before the end of this one. Everybody really into that single file formation except for Joshua Buckley. Actually, he is the car that's in single file, but losing 2-3 spots so far since this race started. Old Granny Hips. I heard that the Granny Hips Walkers and Cane division here is actually going to be sending 88 of Sean Butler a Walker and a Cane for the old back. Hopefully it can straighten him out better than it straightened out Josh Buckley. Couple drivers back here. That was before the Souza, the blue car. There's Rothrock. These drivers back here keep trying to make some moves, but it just doesn't seem like anybody wants to go for it right now. Of course, the 33 of Eric Johnson, he would really like to go for it. Just can't get anybody to go up there. There goes the 184 of Kevin O'Brien. He'll give it a whirl. Why not? He'll juck to the outside. There you see that 33 of Eric Johnson. He did peek to the outside, too. It just does not seem like he can quite suck up. That's the 40 of Rob Higgins going a lap down. It'll be double ones in the air. 11 laps to go this time by. Who's going to blink first? They have to come to pit road. They all pitted back on lap number 38. That's not enough to make it through to the end of this one. That would be 26 laps if those drivers were able to go all the way, which you can't. We estimate 20 being about as far as you can stretch the fuel here tonight. So Dave Bragg leads us here tonight. Will he be the first one to come to pit road? Nobody jetting out of line. Couple drivers towards the back here. Kevin O'Brien and Christopher Rothrock. They're going to come to pit road, and Rothrock's going to lock it up. But it looks like he did get down to pit road speed, so 2 drivers are better than just one. They're the ones to pit with 10 laps to go. Under 10 laps to go. It is definitely just going to be a splash of fuel and go for all these drivers here tonight. That's exactly what it looked like there for Kevin O'Brien. It was just a 5.6 second stop in his box, and it looks like Rothrock and him miscued a little. Here comes everybody else. More drivers coming to pit road. Your race leader of Dave Bragg, Sean Butler, Tim Combs, DJ Anderson, Ryan Richard coming to pit road, along with a whole bunch of other drivers. Leaves about 8 drivers out there on the lead lap, still circling the speedway. By that group of cars coming to pit road, though, it really broke up this front group here. Jason Wells, Max Terrell, and Zach Mitchell have about a second and a half lead over Sean Single and the rest of this group. Brandon Feeney and that Ford really trying to lay the liquid molly to the back bumper of that Nickelodeon slime machine there of Sean Single. See if they come to pit road this time. They will. All of them are going to come down. Looks like a good clean entry there is Tim Williams. He's going to make up a little bit of ground on the number 11. Those two teammates working together here. Dave Bragg did get off of pit road first, and then it's got Tim Combs sitting right there. They're not together, and then there's a huge gap back here to the 51 and the 88. Those two teammates are going to link together and see if they can make a little hay here at the end of this one. Rex Hoyle's right there with the rookie, so two rookies linked together. Then back here, Hoyle and Richard. Wells is going to come off the back straightaway, or onto the back straightaway, and he is your race leader. There's Max Terrell, Zach Mitchell. Then it's going to be Bragg, and Bragg's coming out about 20 miles an hour faster right now down the back straightaway. He is going to get to this front group, him and Tim Combs, and then there's that big gap back to Sean Single, and Single's going to get in the way of Sean Butler. That's going to slow all them up. Here comes Bragg. He has the momentum. He's going to go to the high side here and see if he can make something happen, because this time by, it'll be 7 laps to go here tonight at Daytona. A little bit of packs just about everywhere on the racing surface. You got 5 cars here in the front group. Then it's Sean Butler back here. He's leading another group of, call it about 6. But they're not together. They're not linked together. They're almost 2 seconds back behind the race leaders who are single file. You gotta go back here. Here's another group of cars. Tim Williams leads this group. It's just looks like it's a 3-car tango back here. It's Williams, Souza, and Williamson. You gotta go another 2.5 seconds back before you find Travis Minta. So cars are just scatter plotted all over the place. And looking at it, 6 to go. Jason Wells. Out front and in control. It's 2 veterans of the series over 2 of the newer comers. Zach Mitchell and Tim Combs were rookies not too long ago here with Red Light Racing, and now they find themselves up here with a chance to win. And then you got the full-blown rookie who has never notched his name into the record books. Could he be one of the drivers to pick up their first wins? Zach Mitchell has a win in his career. Tim Combs does not, so 2 out of the top 5 have never won with Red Light Racing. Could they be the 23rd all-time winner of Red Light Racing? We already have 22 different winners through the seasons here with Red Light Racing. Or will the 64 of Jason Wells be able to go to victory lane? Wells has 4 wins to his name. Max Terrell, he sits second all-time on the career win list with 27 career wins with Red Light Racing. All you got to do is be there at the end. There is a chance with 5 laps to go. All these drivers have a chance. This front group is starting to pull away. These front 5 cars, they have pulled now about, another half a second on that next group of cars of Butler, Anderson, Hoyle, Single, and Buckley. Your top 10 right now. separated into two different groups. Ryan Richard also on that second group of cars there. Right now, if any of these drivers had any, agreements or, hey, I'll help you, my friend, if you help me, it's coming down to the end where I'm going to say I'm going to go with you, but probably at the end of this one, I'm going to pull the old okey doke and say I'll see you later, or I got to go for a win because I got to get mine when I get mine, and I need it right here because if I don't have to battle going in, getting closer to the chase, I want to get it right now, lock myself in. Front group not really ready to start making those bob and weaves. 5-car breakaway. There's the Turbo Dork Radical Paints Ryan O'Donnell machine. He'll go another lap down back in the 27th position. He'll try and funnel back down and see if he can catch a draft, but that Turbo Dork Radical Paints machine is very wounded. Dalton Williamson and this group trying to work together, see if they can close in on that top 10. They're going to storm them off of turn number 4. Popsicle Stick's going to go in the air for the first time this season. It will be just 2 laps to go here in the Road Rage Accessories 162. 5 miles of racing to decide who will go to victory lane and who will lock themselves in right from the jump to the championship. You can tell Bragg wants to go. Right now, he's peeking to the outside. Dave Bragg wants to see if he can go to the outside. Will anybody go up there with him? Nobody. Nobody wanting to go with Bragg to the outside. He keeps peeking. He keeps peeking. That's one of those things. You're a rookie. You got to earn it. That back group is starting to close in again, but with just 1 lap to go here at the line, it's 1 lap to go, presented by our friends at Checkered Flag Auto Supply. 1 lap of racing to decide who will go to victory lane. It looks like Zach Mitchell backed off just a little bit. See if they can get a run here on that front too, but did he back off enough? Is it too much that he backed off? Because it'll be the final time down the back straightaway. Everybody chasing Jason Wells. Wells to the outside. He's going to leave the inside lane open. He goes back down, slams the door on the 42. Sideways. Here comes the 24 of Zach Mitchell. He's got the head of steam to the outside. He's got the 17 of Combs. They're going to bobble. They're going to weave. They're going to make a little contact there. There's Dave Bragg. He made the contact. Wells looking off a turn 4. It looks like Jason Wells going to come across the line. He will win his 5th career win with Red Light Racing, and he will lock himself into the championship hunt. Wells comes across the line and picks up a win. Max Terriel, Zach Mitchell, David Bragg, the rookie, sitting there in 4th. Tim Combs in 5th. Sean Butler is 6th. DJ Anderson in 7th. Rex Hoyle is 8th. Sean Single is 9th. And coming home 10th here tonight at Daytona is going to be Josh Buckley. Unofficial results on the left-hand side, but boy, was that an exciting white flag. Let's take a look back here and watch it one more time here tonight. Let's see if we can get that coming out of turn 4 for you. Producer says we're going to go all the way back around to the white flag. Take a look at it one more time from high above. See the good move there by the 24 to go to the outside, but he didn't have any draft help. And then when Tim Combs got there, it just kind of separated that back group. And everybody just got sideways. Bragg made a little contact there with the 17. And that's the race then down here to the start-finish line. And that's how they cross. Jason Wells is your winner here tonight at Daytona. As he celebrates this one race, fans, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back here to Daytona with your post-race show brought to us by our friends at Renaissance Nutrition. Don't go anywhere. Hear what your top 3 finishers have to say about this one. Welcome back here, race fans, to the Daytona International Speedway for the Road Rage Accessories 162, and we have a winner. His name is Jason Wells. Unfortunately, he is unable to come talk to us tonight in the Renaissance Nutrition post-race show, so we'll see if we can catch up with him a little bit later on in the week. But as we continue on with our post-race show, it'll be the driver of the 42, Max Terrell. Max, it starts off better here this year in the first race of the season than it did last year. Tell us about those final closing laps, though, as you saw that 24 of the 17 back up to get a good run coming at you.
And Jason ran a great race all the way to the end, and congrats to him on a very strong start.
A next-gen car for the first time here for a points-paying race, though. How did the preparation go in to get this car ready, and how much time did you really put behind the wheel?
Well, I haven't tested the drafting physics with the other cars lately, so I don't know if what we had applied to these other cars, but for me it was the first time with this new drafting model. It's very different. It requires more strategy, especially at the end of the race, where you can get a good run, or you can just get stuck behind a guy without any more power than you would wish. But one other part that I practice a lot is pit road entry. With these new tires and bigger brakes, 5-speed transmissions, we can be more aggressive. And I think that last pit stop made a difference for our top 5 cars compared to the rest of the top 10.
And then a good finish here for you. You didn't quite get the drag race Jason Wells to the start-finish line, but still a solid second-place finish is going to really help you in the point standings. But you don't have to go far because, well, race number 2 coming up next week is right back here. What are your chances as we bring the truck for the first time ever to the Daytona road course?
Yeah, it's pretty slow in the infield from what I tested, and it's different than the Roval we have at Charlotte. It's bigger and faster on the oval part, but it's very slippery after the tires get hot. It'll be different. So early on this season, I think we can have a large group of guys enjoy this road course.
Well, before we let you go, Max, we know there's somebody important on the side of this 42 who made this all possible for this brand new season here with Red Light Racing.
Yeah, already season 11 for the Scrambler series, so that's cool. Yeah, as usual, my girlfriend, my friend Max and Knitting, and my dad, they're all watching the broadcast on Turn 3 Network. Good to see you back, Roger. Again, congrats to Jason. He ran up front most of the race, and it really showed that last night's practice paid off. And Zach with the top 3, and Josh, James, and Richard for admitting this new season. So we'll see you next week.
There you hear it from your second-place finisher here tonight. Max Terrell will finish in the second position with a chance to snag the win from Jason Wells in the final lap there. Just wasn't quite able to get there. So congratulations to him for finishing second here tonight. We'll see if we can catch up with our third-place finisher tonight. That third-place machine is going to be none other than the driver of the number 24 of Zach Mitchell. Zach, a great job there. You tried to bring this 24 back on that final lap. You just seemed like it ran out of room.
Yeah, Max played it really good down the back. I learned from, as soon as they release the next gen car, especially in the super speedways, if you just back off a ton and you can get a big run. But Max backed up Jason, and by the time I got to him, it stalled me out so bad that I couldn't really do anything.
Now, it's the first time here at Daytona with these machines. How was it from the driver's seat all night long?
It's fun. I like this a lot better than, I don't know. To me, it was more fun than the old gen, the current gen cars, but it does take a little bit to get used to, because you can't just shove a guy the whole time, because the bumpers don't line up right. So if you're pushing, a car, and the car in front of you and the car in front of him is getting pushed by him, and you're going to spin them, and it takes a little bit more concentration to drive these.
So what you're saying is I couldn't get out there.
No.
Well, there's always next time, maybe. But hey, a great run for you. The other year you were a rookie. You came into the series and you took your lumps, but you had some good races also, and you did find yourself in victory lane. What's the outlook for this 24 team this season?
Hopefully be more competitive. That first season was really good, and last year I had the sophomore slump and just couldn't really find it. Doing more practice will help too. I got to find the time to do that, but hopefully we'll be up here in the top 3 talking to you most of the year.
Well, you're here tonight to start the season off, so who do you got to thank? Who helped you all in the off season to get where you are here for the season opener?
Josh and the admins putting up the off-season races and giving us time just to keep practicing, and I can use that time to learn what I have to do in the future. It really helps. And then to you, Roger, too, being able to broadcast everything, and I can go back and watch on Monday nights after the race is all done.
There you hear it from your third place finisher tonight. The driver of that number 24, Zach Mitchell, rounds down our podium. And of course, there is your winner, the driver of that 64. Let's take you through your unofficial results here tonight, here for the Road Rage Accessories 162. You didn't get to hear from your winner tonight. We'll see if we can catch up with him as he's already celebrating this one. He'll notch his name one more up into the record books. He'll still hold the 7th overall career wins with Red Light Racing. Then it's going to be Max Terrell, Zach Mitchell. But what about the rookie that was right there also? Dave Bragg was there, and he was just close enough to make an impact at the end of this one. That's a good start for the rookie of Dave Bragg's. Sitting there in 5th was Tim Combs. How about the return of the 88 of Sean Butler? He'll be sitting there in that 6th position. Rex Hoyle had himself a good rookie run. Sean Single was there in 9th, and 10th was Joshua Buckley. Another one of those rookies, though, right outside the top 10. It's going to be Ryan Richard, and then Tim Williams and Dalton Williamson. Jeff Souza is 14th, and 15th goes to Travis Minto. That's your top 15 cars tonight here for the Road Rage Accessories. Where did the rest of the field finish, though? Well, how about these guys that are way down here who had some issues? These are the drivers that, well, could have used a little bit of luck on their side tonight. Richard Murdoch, Ethan Troutman, Nathan Mauer, Ryan O'Donnell, and Chris Hammond all having very rough nights, along with Brian Bianchi and Doug Neal. Of course, James Skelton, he may be a champion, but he's going to be looking to rebound next week when we head, well, right back here to Daytona. We're going to be right here at the Daytona International Speedway next week as we get ready to go racing for the second race of the season with the NASCAR Gander Outdoor trucks right here from the Daytona International Speedway Road Course. We're winding them up. We'll make them go left. We'll make them go here tonight. It's going to be even crazier next week. That's going to about do it, though, for the Road Rage Accessories 162 here for the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series for Red Light Racing. For everybody at Red Light Racing, Road Rage Accessories, RB Custom Rigs, my name is Roger Muth with the Turn 3 Racing Network. We hope you enjoyed tonight's program here from the Daytona International Speedway and at the races.